Rage. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of the developer. Rage is a groundbreaking first-person shooter set in the not-too-distant future after an asteroid impacts Earth, leaving a ravaged world behind. You emerge into this vast wasteland to discover humanity working to rebuild itself against such forces as bandit gangs, mutants, and the Authority, an oppressive government regime that has a special interest in you. Yes, guys, this is my Rage retro review. Rage came out in 2010, 2011 time on the PC. I think it was 2010 on the PC, 2011 on console, or something. I don't know, I can't remember. But I did play it back in the day. I wasn't impressed. It didn't run well at all on my toaster that I had back then, so I didn't really play it that much. But I thought I would do it again now because Rage 2 comes out on Tuesday. Now, I have asked for a press copy so that I can get my review out before Tuesday, like everybody else, but obviously they won't give me one, so I haven't had one. But Green Man Gaming have kindly offered me a Rage 2 key. They actually gave me this key as well. So, you know, they support my channel. They're really good to my channel. And if you want to buy Rage 1 and 2, you can buy them on Green Man Gaming. I think Rage 1, this one is only $7.99 now. There's a link in the description you can click and then you can go there, and it helps the channel anyway. I wouldn't pre-order Rage 2 though. I would wait for reviews. If you pre-order games, you're crackers. Absolutely bonkeroonies. So it kind of reminded me of kind of Borderlands, Fallout. You come back to Earth in this pod as you try to escape this big calamity as this asteroid hits the Earth, and when you get back you find that things aren't what they should be. I won't post any spoilers because the story is absolutely fucking awful. But I'm still not going to post spoilers, guys. But anyway, it is really far-fetched. I mean, there's a government that is totally and utterly fucking corrupt, and they are kind of brainwashing these mutants that they have working for them. I mean, like that could ever happen. Let's start with the bad things about this game. The big problem for me is right, apart from the story and the characters, is you start off in a little settlement and you do fetch quests. It's all fetch quests. You know, you want a car, so to get a car you've got to go and see Dave up the road there. Not the Dave from Witcher 3, he's still fighting the Griffin. Dave's brother. You go down the road and you see Dave, and he'll say, oh yeah, I've got a carburetor for you, but to get the carburetor you've got to go and switch on this radio tower thing, repair it for me. So you're on a fetch quest, and to finish the fetch quest you've got to do another fetch quest. So you go and do that fetch quest, then he gives you the carburetor, so you finish that fetch quest, you get a car, and then you'll get another fetch quest. And that's pretty much it. You'll either have to go and clean out an area of mutants or bandits, or go and fetch something. They're the kind of level of missions in this. Usually when you fetch something you'll get rewarded with either cash or something that you fetched back in as a weapon or something, or some tech that you can actually use yourself. Now as you go on you'll progress to a different settlement, so you don't actually see them guys that you've just kind of got to know anymore unless you go back and visit them, and you don't really need to do that. So you go to a new settlement, there's a new mayor, a new sheriff, new people in the bar, new people in the garage, new people selling you stuff, and so you get to know all of them. And then later on in the game you leave them and you go to another settlement with another mayor, another sheriff. So there's no real character progression really, is a kind of bonding with any of the characters in the game, unlike in Mad Max where you know there was a lot of character bonding in that, where there's none in this. So not only is the story forgettable, but so are the characters. And essentially the game all the way through is you are doing fetch quests, shooty quests, killy quests. To get there you drive your car in the wasteland. You'll get attacked and ambushed by 2 or 3 cars every time you go out, usually at the same spot as well, although you do get attacked at other places as well. But there's one spot in particular you just know you're going to get ambushed at. You get to the place of your mission, you go in, and then you do your mission. Now the actual gunplay in this is very good. I thought it was really good. There's a lot of different weapons. They all feel heavy and meaty. They've got good sounds to them, and all of them have multiple ammo that you can use. There's standard ammo, there's like armor piercing ammo, some of them have EMP ammo, which is fantastic for knocking out machines.
or disrupting enemy who have augmented suits. So there's a lot of different ammo. There's different types of grenades as well. There's rocket launchers, machine guns, light machine guns, assault rifles, sniper rifles, pistols. There's different gadgets that you can get. There's like little spider decoys. There's remote control cars that explode things. So there's a lot of stuff that you have in your arsenal which keep the game alive for you and make it fun. And yes, it is fun. I've had a lot of fun in this game despite the bad shit that I've just talked about. The AI is crucial in these kind of games, and it's I don't know whether it's got good AI or not. And this is the thing with the AI. Sometimes you'll look at it and you'll have your scope on and there's 3 guys attacking you, and they just sit there and you can just take them out with a sniper rifle. Other times they just spam grenades in your direction, like an everlasting supply of grenades, and it's kind of like, well, that's bullshit AI. But then other times it will use cover, it'll run from cover to cover, it'll act very intelligently and can be quite formidable at times. And you think, my goodness, that AI there was fantastic. It just seems to be totally random as to what you're going to get when you have an encounter. You don't know whether it's going to be the good guys or the fucking Tweedledum and Tweedledee that's going to be coming at you. A lot of the times if you charge at them, they'll actually retreat as well, which is a good tactic because you can shoot them in the back and you kind of one-shot them when you're shooting them in the back. So it's kind of depending on how you play the game as to how the AI is. Some of the different monsters that you fight can be pretty tough as well. Some of them spit in your face and blind you. I really like that because it sends you into a panic. You just kind of spray and pray after that because you don't know where they are. You're blinded for like 2 or 3 seconds. Really nice touch that. When you start getting shot, you can see double vision as if your head's reeling back. I like all of that, kind of the impact that you have on that. That's all good stuff. The gunplay is really fun, guys, has to be said. And with the different types of ammo, you've got to use the right ammo on the right thing as well. I mean, if you have a heavily armoured guy, it's pointless firing normal bullets into him. You will kill him, but it'll take a long time. Sometimes you have to if you've ran out or you're very low on... what I was doing, if I was really low on armour piercing and I was in a really good position, I would just hold that position and use ordinary machine gun bullets because time was on my side. I'm well defended and I can afford to fire 50 shots into them because I've got like 1,000 of them. But if if you've only got 100 left of your armor piercings, you want to keep them for when you really really need them. So there will be times in this video where you'll see me just firing shit ammo into shit enemies and it looks spongy, but that's by my choice. That's simply because I didn't prepare enough going on the missions. And this is the thing I really like about this game. The preparation before you go on a mission is fun. It's not like other games where you just go on a mission and you just know you've got enough stuff. In this game you've got to think ahead. You've got to think, right, what kind of enemies am I going to be coming up against and what ammo should I be buying, because you have to buy all your ammo. You can loot all the bodies and you'll get a little bit of ammo, and you do find a lot of loot when you're going out there, which is really nice because that's how you get your money. So you want to loot everything. It's a kind of game where you'll take your time with the levels, and the level design is really well done as well. So you'll go through the levels and you'll be looting stuff. You'll find locked doors and you can craft a certain machine that will drill through the lock, and these doors usually lead to storerooms where there's a lot of stuff. So there's a lot of good loot, and it really feels satisfying when you get the loot. But coming back to the preparation, when you're going on a mission, you can come back to your base and you can see the guy, the store guy. You can sell him all the junk from the last mission. He'll give you a lot of good money for that. And then you buy ammo, you buy different weapons off him, you can buy gadgets. So you've got to kind of stock up on everything, and you don't have unlimited funds unless you do all the side kind of quests, which I couldn't be asked to do. So I was always kind of on the breadline financially, so I was just buying what I really really needed, and it made me feel like a wastelander guy. I was like scavenging, and every room I went in I would check thoroughly for any kind of loot, and I really enjoyed the levels as well because the level design is great, and going through them it's so atmospheric at times. You go into some really horrible places and you do feel totally alone in there, because you are, but you get that sense of aloneness and dread, and the atmosphere is really good. And especially when you're running low on ammo, you're thinking, my goodness, how long is this mission going to last? Some of them are over half an hour long, and you're just kind of getting your way through them, and it's such a relief to get back out after you've done the mission and you've hardly got any ammo left, but you've got a shit ton of loot, and you get back to base, sell it all, re-equip, resupply, and then go out on the next one. And I had a lot of fun in this game. I'm not going to lie, I had a lot of fun. Unfortunately, you'll redo a lot of the maps from different angles. You know, you'll go in from one end of the map and go out to the other. They're all linear. And then another mission might take you to the same area, but you'll come in from a different way. There might be some bits cut off and blown up. And so it does reuse the same kind of level maps 2 or 3 times. But not a massive amount, but it's just a shame that they did that. It's not open world as well, it's all linear. Although the actual driving is quite open, but you'll be pretty much going to one place at a time anyway, so it is kind of linear. I also think this was one of the first games that kind of set the alarm bells ringing for dumbing down in combat. For example, you can spam bandages in this. You can hold as many as you want, as many as you can make, or as many as you can buy, and just spam them. It's instant use, and there's no cooldown on it. If you have time, you can just sit out of combat for a few seconds, and as long as you're not taking damage, you'll heal over time, and it's like a 3-second heal. And even then, if you do manage to die after that, you then have a defibrillator, which gives you a chance to resurrect yourself. It's like a little mini game, which is dead easy. So you can get 2 shots on that as well. So dying in this is very, very hard. So it's worth playing it on the harder levels just to kind of give yourself that little bit of challenge, because on normal it's very, very easy. Is it worth a buy? Well, it's $7.99. It is. Yeah, of course it is. I mean, I had fun. It's got a shit ending, and it does get very repetitive at times, but there are some really fun moments to be had in this game. And if you haven't played Rage before and you're thinking of getting Rage 2, then it's probably worth jumping into Rage 1 and having a bit of a go at it, seeing if you kind of like it. I don't know what Rage 2 is going to be like. I hope it's going to be a lot better than Rage 1. Rage 1 could have been great. It's a bit of a missed opportunity, and I would definitely be thumbing this down if this was just like a brand new game with like state-of-the-art graphics, but it had the gameplay that I've just had there, because it's not enough to justify a £50 game, but it's $7.99. Yeah, of course, it's a steal. Let's hope Rage 2 builds on this and has a really good story and better mission structure and not just fetch quests. So there you go, guys. Let's see what happens on Tuesday with Rage 2. I'm really looking forward to it. I enjoyed Rage 1. It could have been a hell of a lot better though, but it's still worth a buy.